Hi everybody. I know it look normal, and my phone might be blurry a little bit to y'all, but I don't have my wig on today, and I think I'm getting a little cold, but it's cold in Maryland, so it's not my problem. Can't control the weather. Um, go wipe my nose. Walking through the kitchen. Um, just title this life update because I haven't been on YouTube sadly for a little bit recording videos or anything because I had to get a new phone after somebody stole my phone from work. I was working and I had my phone in my back pocket and it fell out of my back pocket already. I heard it because we have tile floors. But by the time I turned around, the person was a teenager just like me, but he had a mental condition or mental illness, should I say, was able to grab it before I picked it up. And my store can't apprehend people, which just sucks because LPs, that's their job, kind of, until they get out the store. They can't follow them because they're not real police, they're just for the store. But I had to get a new phone, and I did lost all the stuff that I had on my iPhone, but I blocked it, and I blocked the I blocked the IMEI so they couldn't really use my phone for anything, and then I just turned off my phone, until I got a new one. I was able to get a new one. It's not an iPhone, but it's something that I'm using to manage. So that was a one big update of my life. Very sad because that phone had everything of mine on there. Just thank God T-Mobile and phone companies are able to do that for you people, for us. When we lose our phones or somebody takes our phones, we can block it and everything. So that was that. I'm still deciding on which nursing school to go to because I got into Chamberlain College of Nursing. Orientation is this Friday, but my mom was like, the expenses of that school are really a lot. I understand it's a lot, but I feel like I would be done quicker than anywhere I would go. But we'll see what happens with that. So I'm really tired. I didn't go to school today, so I've been here. I don't think we had a dialogue tonight because nobody told me about the dialogue, but I don't think we did. So it's one of my programs I do. So I stayed home, did my laundry, about to clean the house, about to vacuum. Um, just wanted to relax for a day. I mean, this is the last week for school, and then Monday, then I'll have to go to school until final exams. I mean, I work on Thursday this week. I might Thursday, Friday, Saturday I work at my other job. Then Monday I go to school. Then I think for break I'll work. Monday, Tuesday I know I work at school for like final break or final whatever week that is. Um, I work at school, and then I'm off completely until my exam. I know I have an exam on Saturday. I have a paper due on Monday. Then I have another paper due whenever he gives us the updated date of due. Um, Other than that, I've just been tired. I haven't done anything all day. That's what I need to be doing. Nothing all day because we have anything to be doing. Um, I've been watching some Asian shows. Sorry, I am so tired right now. Like, I don't understand why I'm so tired. Like, I'm yawning right now. Obviously, you can tell. Like, what? Finished watching a Nigerian movie. It's very touching. I'm gonna give you the gist of the story of what I watched. The Nigerian movie. It's like it has a long title. I'm not about to say the title, but I'll just explain. Maybe y'all look it up if you guys are interested in Nigerian movies, because a lot of people are. So this one was like there's a maid and then they have a servant. It's like a guy and his wife. They couldn't have children for like 6 years, and then like their seventh year of marriage, they were able to bear a child through God's time. It's like God's time is the right time. So God was able to. He did it for Abraham and Sarah, and He did it for them. So all they had to do was have patience because they were both medically okay. So they had a child. When the boy was 6 years old, he got HIV, but both of the parents were not HIV positive. The boy was HIV positive. The parents were not though, so he didn't contract it from them. That's why when I was watching the movie, and one lady that I was watching, that was in the movie, that I was on her side was like, why? How did this happen? Because the doctor wasn't really trying to tell them how it really happened because she was going to make sure the people that did it told them. So they told the story of how the boy he got HIV because the one of the gatekeeper name is Amodu, and he was upset because the wife of the house is very mean, like she's a very strict and mean, unpleasant woman. So most of the things that happened in that movie were because of her. It was very touching though. I cried at the end. I cried at all the things that happened that were really sad to me. I'm gonna cry. I'm a sensitive person, but it's just like this movie was really touching because this is what's happening in Nigeria. Just nobody is taking the initiative to help our families or help people back home because America doesn't want to get involved with Nigeria because they feel like our government is more corrupt. America's government is worse. I mean, they're not as worse as Nigeria because they're not killing people, but America just doesn't know how to help people. And they say we're a great nation, don't see it. So Namodu was upset that the madame of the house chased away his fiance. The fiance didn't want him back, so he got mad and brought a prostitute in. He was really frustrated, so he brought a prostitute in. This prostitute was there was the same prostitute that brought the maid sister and elder sister. She went to do hustling or something to help their mom pay for the hospital stay because their mother was also sick. So she helped them pay for um, her treatment, but it didn't even work out anyway. Uh, so the older sister. Let me talk about the older sister first before I get to what happened with the little boy because that happened before the little boy got the picture. So the older sister, her name was Georgina. Meanwhile, the maid's name is Nena, the younger sister. So the older sister Georgina, she was out hustling with some of the girls in the movie that are like hustlers. They call themselves hustlers, but they were prostitutes. She went out with one of them because she needed money to help pay for the treatment, but wasn't able to get it anyway, sadly. So she went one night with one of the girls, to go prostituting, or they call it hustling for themselves. She met one of the bad guys because the girl that she went with left her because of some other guy that called her on the phone was like, "Good time, that was her man and everything." So she met somebody. So she was dumped on the ground like after the group of guys met her. They just left her there. They cut off her nipples, so if you don't have anything sustained, it can bleed out. So they brought the girl that the other girl left her with, took her to the hospital. After getting to the town, she saw her on the ground and then got out and took her to the hospital. And then when they told her, because people were looking for that girl Georgina, but they couldn't find her, so they found her at the hospital, and then she died there. While her younger sister saw her. She was like, she's glad she saw her because they didn't see it in a very long time. So she ended up dying, and then the other girl she came with went in there afterwards and saw that she died, started crying. And then before that other girl went in there, she got the call that their mom had died in the hospital. So she came out. The younger sister came out, was asking why she was crying. She like just got the call from the hospital that they dropped her. Their mom at was that she was dead. So she quickly ran. I think she went to that hospital, but they didn't show that in the movie. So that was just another sad part of her life. That was the same exact day. The sister died, then her mom died. So she's like, I guess, alone, or she didn't really have, you know, because she also ran away from the where she was working. So after that, I'm gonna go back to the HIV person, the little boy who was sadly got it. So originally, Modu was the first person that brought the HIV into the house because he brought that prostitute home. She gave it to him, and he didn't know because the doctor told him. He was like, "What? I don't know what you mean by human." He didn't even know what human immunodeficiency virus was. He doesn't know what HIV was. The wife was like, "You have HIV," and you know how they say H? They say H. So she HIV. So they added the emphasis on the H. So he started crying, and so people were still trying to figure out how did the little boy get it from him, because at first I thought Nena was free of all this, because Nena was like, she's always crying. Da, 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 da. I was like, okay, maybe this girl just suffer a little bit too much. So the next one, the doctor was like, okay, then let Nena tell you what happened next. So I looked at her and was like, Nena, this girl that's always crying, that she needs help, all this and that. Okay. So they got Nena, before she started talking, the doctor was like, she's also a carrier. Nena looked at her and she started crying. She don't. I think she cries a lot. So the girl, I think the wife's friend, it's always the wife. She's the wife's friend. She's always wearing heels, which I don't object, but she's always wearing heels. Got up and walked to Nena, so she's like on her shoulder, like this, like just rubbing her shoulder, just as somebody that's giving somebody some reassurance or something. So she was like, I see that you're always crying, and sometimes crying won't be the solution to everything, so do me a favor and just shut up. And I said, damn. She said, just shut up. And so she said, can you tell us what happened? She nodded. Nena nodded. And so Nena started talking. And she literally cries at everything. So Nena, there's this boy that likes her named Alex. And there's one day they're outside the gate of the house. It was a compound, so it's like a gated house. And the boy came, the Alex boy that likes her. So they were hugging. And then the Amodu guy, the guard's gatekeeper man, saw her, he opened the door and saw her. And so he was like, oh, your butt's about to tell my dad this, that, not knowing that he was the first person to give this disease to them. Um, so he said, I'm going to tell my dad. And then I think the other boy left. And then after that, she was like, there's one day she came out, was going to get some cleaning or whatever she was doing. He was like, what are we going to, do this and that. So he blackmailed her into sleeping with him. So that's how she was able to be a carrier, sadly. Because he was blackmailing her. For some reason, he supposed to say that he liked her. Um, and she got it. And then there was one time, but everybody was like, okay, they two have HIV, but how did the son get it? That's what I was confused about too. Because he was like, did you rape him? But there's no sign of rape on the little boy. So that was the question. So it was like, how, okay, these two people have HIV, I understand that, but how did the little boy get it? So there was one time the wife is not as I said before, the madame in the movie is very mean. I've seen her act. She's very pretty. She's nice. I don't know her name as a person, but she's great. She has a very strong, pointy, ovalish face, but she's really pretty. And she's really skinny, but she's really pretty. She's skinnier than me, but she's pretty. Um, just at one point. She the maid asked for a toothbrush because the son broke her toothbrush. So he was like, "Don't tell my mom, please don't tell my mom." So she said, "I'm not gonna tell the mom." And then she went to go tell ask the mom for 50 naira. I guess that's how much toothbrushes cost to buy another toothbrush. You know her. She says no. So she didn't brush her teeth for days. But I guess at one point, when you don't brush your teeth for days, your breath will get really bad. So she ended up using. She didn't know that she had the disease or the HIV at that point. And she used a little boy's toothbrush before he came in. And toothbrushes when you're brushing, you get all up in your gums. So if you bleed or you hit it, you get some blood particles in there. If you're a carrier with a contagious disease, the next person, if you're sharing your toothbrush, will get it instantly. Um, that's what happened for him. So she used his toothbrush. He came right after her to brush his teeth, and so he got it like that. She took him to the hospital, so that's how he was able to get the HIV. Sadly, um, and then that same day, while they were talking about how he got it, she got a call, and her ringtone is my favorite song. It's beautiful. It's yeah, 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 yeah. Beautiful with Rick Ross. Beautiful. Oh yeah, with Rick Ross in it. So I was like, "That's my song." So she got the call, so she stepped outside. I think she missed the call the first time, so they called her again, and so there was like, she was like, "This is an emergency." This is an emergency. You're calling me. She's like, the nurse was like, "No, there's no emergency." So that boy that she told us they were watching had died, had just took his last breath. So she was like, "I don't understand what you mean." The doctor, which boy? The boy. She was like, Mr. OKK's son. He met Mr. The little boy that I told you that had the HIV passed away. Also, that was him. He was only 6 years old. So she literally could not. She said as a doctor she had to tell them the news. That's a breach of contract or breach of privacy if you don't tell. Just a violation basically if you don't tell somebody that someone their loved ones passed away. So it's just gonna be really hard. So when I cried because I was like, I already know what's gonna happen. I was like, the husband, he's literally gonna break things. He's gonna fight everybody in that room. The wife will not handle it well either. So she got back into the house. The doctor went back into the house, and the wife asked, "How was her son doing? How was her son doing?" So the nurse, the doctor, I keep saying nurse, the doctor said she just got a call. She is like, the call I just received was about your son. He passed away, or she said he just died. He just took his last breath, so he died. Sorry. Um, he just died. She, the guy got the husband. He's like, what do you tell you? You're gonna say my son has died. So he didn't have anything to say. He got up. He was crumpling paper. I don't know what paper he was crumpling. I think the paper they gave him to be like the documentation to say how he got it. They got it. So he just crumpled it up and threw it and got up and walked upstairs. He didn't say anything to anybody else. Just walked upstairs. And the housemaid, gatekeeper, just left the room. She was still crying. He cried. They were both crying. Doesn't mean that that boy's gonna come back to life. They ended up killing that little boy for no reason. What was the cause of it all? The wife, she was asking that her friend was like, "This is not happening." I felt bad for her because she could not bear children for 6 years, and the 7th year, number seven, is a good number. Ended up being her, not good for her, but the child at 6 years ended up dying. And so she was holding onto a pillow as if that was her son. She was crying. It hit her. She would burst out crying. It was like, dude. And that's how they ended the movie. Just crying. And that was like, Nigeria had. That's the problem. It's not Nigeria's fault. It's the government. They're not using the money what they need to be using it for. They're using it for corruption. Just corrupted money. Literally, it's corruption. It's corruption in their government. Um, but she, Nigeria really needs help, and it's just not that I'm saying it because I haven't been there, but what I've been seeing, hearing, reading, you know, it's just not. It's not good. It's not going like Nigeria is not safe. It's not what it used to be, and that's sad because I haven't been there. I really want to go, but I can't go when I would fear for my own safety. You know, I want my safety too. So they know if you're coming home from America, they think you got money, so you gotta watch your back now. Um, so that's one thing. America needs to help Nigeria, or any other country needs to step up and help Nigeria. I know the guy from British, the Prime Minister, or no, not the British Prime Minister, France guy, went to Nigeria after a very long time. And luckily, he was safe because our president right now is a Muslim man. And he's very mean, and he hasn't died yet. Because they keep saying he's alive, they keep saying he's dead. They don't know which one he is. Has he died? Has he gone to hell? Wherever he wants to be, wherever he's going, they need to update the world. But every time we look him up, he's still living. Doesn't mean he's gonna die anytime soon, sadly. But he won't win this re-election. Um, he's like a Donald Trump of Nigeria. Donald Trump is making America worse again, and he's making Nigeria worse. So all I'm saying is that we, as a country here, as we're a so-called great nation, we should be able to step up and help Nigeria in any way possible. We just need to help my home country. And I think that's all I'm gonna rant about today. I told y'all about my phone. I told y'all about a movie I just watched. Let me know if I can watch any other African movies, Nigerian movies that have come out recently, or anything that sounds interesting to y'all, or any Chinese, Korean, Taiwanese, Thai, some movies from Thailand, any genre from the Asian culture. 'Cause I love their culture. Anything that has to do with romance, yada yada yada, all that, I love it. Put some in the comments below. I would love to watch some more. So I will let you guys go and toodles.